Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Code with ER. In this video guys, we are going to learn something new, something different. In this video guys, we are going to learn something new, something different in HTML, CSS and Vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, yes guys, you heard it right. In this video, we are going to learn something new, something different in Vue.js along with local storage. And guys, by using HTML, CSS, Vue.js and local storage as well, we are gonna build some application. We are gonna build some program. Okay. So guys, just to show you guys, I have already built an example. So let me go to the example first and let me explain you the example, what I mean and what we are gonna learn in this video, in this session. Okay. So let me go to the example first. So guys, as you can see here, this is the example. I have already built using HTML, CSS, Vue.js and local storage as well. Okay, as you can see here guys, the text store user and delete user in Vue.js. Okay, so guys, as you can see here, this is the form and it has got input field name, number, email and choose file. Okay, and guys, whenever you will press the button submit, you are gonna display all the user details, all the user information along with the user image, username, user number, user email and user profile pic also. Okay, and guys, whenever you are about to delete the user, it is going to ask you that whether you are gonna delete the user or not. If you will delete the user will be deleted permanently from local storage and from your from UI also. Okay, so guys, in this video we are gonna learn how to create this kind of application, this kind of dynamic application using HTML, CSS, Vue.js and local storage as well. Okay, so guys, let me just show you some demo. Let me just give you some example also what we are going to learn in this video. So first of all, let me just insert some user into our local storage, into our database. Okay, so I'm going to create 2-3 users here, so that you will be able to understand what we are going to learn in this video, in this session. Okay, so just put Prabhat Pandit. Okay, and put some random number. So give anything in the number, give email address and choose the file from here. Okay, so click the button to choose the file. Okay, so just click the button now and I'm gonna choose this pic, choose any pic. So open, and now guys, I'm gonna hit the button submit. Okay, so guys, as soon as you will hit the button submit, you are gonna see a user card here. Okay, so let me just hit the button submit. See, boom guys, as soon as you hit the submit, you are able to see user profile pic, user name, user number, user email address, and guys, below that we have got a button also, delete user. Okay, so guys, just let me just refresh the page. As you can see here, we have got one user details in our local storage, in our database. Okay, so guys, after the refreshment of the page also, the user gonna remain here only. Okay, it is not gonna delete, it is not gonna disappear. Okay, so let me just refresh the page first. See, boom guys, after the page refreshment also, the user remains here only. So let me just insert 2-3 details quickly. So give Pooja Kumari and just put some random number and give some email also and choose the file first. So as you can see guys, we don't have any girls picture here. Yeah, I have one. Just choose this and guys, hit the button submit. Okay, see, boom guys, as soon as you hit the button submit, after entering all the details to the input field, we got details like name Pooja Kumari, number is this, email address is this, and guys, below that also we got the button also, delete user. Okay, so let me just quickly insert one more details. So give Priya Sharma and give some random number and give some email also, prshra@yahoo.com, and choose the file also. So guys, I don't have a girl pic here, so I will go with this pic only. Okay, this pic only I will go with. So just click the button open. So guys, now as soon as you will hit the button submit, okay, you are gonna see third record in our database, in our local storage as well as on the UI also. Okay, so just hit the button submit now. See, boom guys, now we have got three details: name Prabhat Pandit, Pooja Kumari and Priya Sharma. Okay, so and below this guys also we got the button delete user. Okay, so guys, whenever you will refresh the page, the user details will remain here because we have saved this details into our local storage as well. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna refresh the page. See, boom guys, after the page refreshment also the user is not gonna delete, the user is not gonna disappear. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna delete the user one by one, then only you will see that what we are gonna learn in this video, in this session. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna delete the first user. Okay, which is Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so click the button delete user. See guys, it is asking you want to delete the user Prabhat Pandit and with the profile picture also. Okay, so guys, here we have got two buttons. Okay, yes and cancel. Okay, so guys, as of now I am gonna hit the button cancel. Okay, and see the magic. See, boom guys, cancelled, user is safe. Okay, so click the button OK now. Now try to delete Pooja Kumari, the second user. See, want to delete the user. See, it is asking guys you whether you want to delete the user or not. Okay, see, it is asking you. Okay, want to delete the user Pooja Kumari, so I will say this time no or cancel. Okay, see, cancelled, user is safe. Okay, so guys, now also refresh the page and see if it is here also or it has gone. Okay, so refresh the page first. See, boom guys, after page refreshment also the user remains here only, the details is also in the local storage as well. Okay, so now I am gonna try to delete the third user which is Priya Kumari. Okay, so click the button delete user. See, want to delete the user Priya Sharma. See guys, it is asking with the profile picture as well. Okay, as you can see guys, this application is really dynamic. Okay guys, whenever you will try to delete the user, it will ask you whether you want to delete the user with the profile pic and name also. Okay, see guys, how dynamic this application is. Okay guys, whenever you will try to delete the user, it will ask you with the profile picture also and with the user name also. Okay, want to delete the user Priya Sharma, I will say this time no, which means cancel. So just press the button cancel. See guys, cancelled, user is safe. Okay, see, cancelled, user is safe. So click the button OK. So just refresh the page now. See guys, again try to delete the user, first user which is Prabhat Pandit. So I am gonna hit the button delete user. See guys, again it is asking with the profile picture, want to delete the user Prabhat Pandit. This time guys, I will say yes, I want to delete it. So guys, now I am gonna press the button yes. See, boom guys, the user you wanted to delete, okay, has already deleted, but it is still asking you with the profile picture as well, user deleted Prabhat Pandit. Okay, with the profile picture as well. See guys, how dynamic this application is. Okay, so guys, I have achieved this kind of functionality using HTML, CSS, Vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, so guys, the user you wanted to delete has already been deleted. Okay, but it is still asking with the profile picture as well, user deleted now Prabhat Pandit with the name also. Okay, so guys, I am gonna say yes because we can't revert it back because we have deleted the user from the database also, from the local storage also. Okay, so I am gonna click the button OK. See, boom guys, now try to refresh because we have deleted the one user Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so now refresh the page first. See guys, boom guys, we have only got two users in our database because we have already deleted the first user Prabhat Pandit. Okay guys, now guys, I am going to delete Pooja Kumari. So in order to delete the Pooja Kumari, the Pooja Kumari username or Pooja Kumari user, so we have to click the button delete user. Okay, so guys, now I am going to hit the button delete user Pooja Kumari. Guys, this girls. Okay, so try to memorize the picture of girls because we are going to delete it. Okay, so see guys, we have got the user profile also and we are asking, we have been asked that do you want to delete the user Pooja Kumari with the profile picture as well. So guys, this time I am gonna say yes, I want to delete it, Pooja Kumari. So just hit the button yes. See, boom guys, user deleted Pooja Kumari. And again guys, this time also you will be able to see the user profile, the user pic of deleted user also. Okay guys, we have deleted this user from our database, but still here you are able to see the user profile, user pic, and some message, user deleted now Pooja Kumari. So click the button OK, because we can't revert it back, we can't bring the user back. Okay, once we have deleted the user guys from our database, we can't bring it back. Okay, so hit the button OK. See, now refresh the page guys. See, boom guys, we have still one user. Okay, we have deleted the second user also. So guys, now I am gonna delete the third user also, which is Priya Sharma. Okay, so I am gonna hit the button delete user in order to delete the user. Okay, so hit the button delete user now. See, boom guys, with the profile picture also, do you want to delete the user Priya Sharma? Okay guys, it is asking us, do you want to delete the user? Do you actually want to delete the user Priya Sharma? Okay, so this time I am gonna say yes, I want to delete it. Or guys, this time let's just say cancel and see. Okay, cancelled, user is safe. See guys, user is still here. So refresh the page also. See, user guys, as you can see here, user is still here because we have not deleted it. Okay, we have not pressed the OK button. So guys, now this time I will press the button OK and see. So delete the user, click the button delete user. So it is asking with the profile picture also, do you want to delete the user Priya Sharma? So this time I will say yes, I want to delete it. So hit the button yes. See, boom guys, user have been already deleted guys. User have been already deleted, but still here you can see the user profile pic. Okay, still you can see the user profile pic and some message also, user deleted Priya Sharma with the user name also. Okay, so this time I am gonna hit OK because we have already deleted it, so we can't revert it back. Okay, so we have to click the button OK now. See guys, we have deleted all the 3 users from our database, from our local storage. So guys, now I am gonna hit the button refresh. So see guys, the user is not here because we have deleted it. Okay, so we can't revert it back. Again, just put one details also for you guys. So put Pankaj Sharma. Okay, give some random number and give the email address also, this, and choose the file first. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this file and just hit the button submit to insert or to add the user to our local storage. Okay, to our database as well as on the UI also. Okay, so hit the button submit. See, boom guys, user is here, the name of the user is Pankaj Sharma, mobile number is this, and email address is this, and profile picture is this, and below that we have got the button also, delete user. So I am gonna hit the button delete user in order to delete it. Okay, so just hit the button now delete user. See guys, it is asking with the profile picture, do you really want to delete the user Pankaj Sharma? So this time I will say cancel. No, I don't want to delete it. So press the button cancel. See guys, boom guys, cancelled, user is safe. Okay, so click the button OK and now refresh the page. Okay, refresh the page. See, boom guys, how dynamic this application is. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to learn how to build this kind of dynamic application using HTML, CSS, Vue.js along with local storage. Okay, so guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, but guys, before the starting of the video, I would like to request you all guys, please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also, so that whenever I will upload a new video like this into the playlist, you can be notified and you can watch them instantly and you can learn from them also. Okay, and guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please share this video with your friends, with your colleague, with your group also, so that they will be also learning how to create this kind of dynamic application using HTML, CSS, Vue.js along with local storage as well. Okay, and guys, please like all my videos so that it will give me the confidence, it will give me the motivation to make awesome videos on each and every topic of web development as well as full stack development also. Okay, So guys, now let's get started and let's learn. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create a new page. So just let me go to the code editor. So create a new page, give user view dot html and just okay, and just save the page, give one. Okay, just hit the button, save. Yeah, so now create a html. So code with Prabhat Pandit. So guys, by now you all know that my name is Prabhat Pandit and I am a software developer. Currently I am working as a ServiceNow developer at Happiest Minds Bangalore, and I have got more than 4 years of experience into software development. Okay, so guys, now I would like to paste some of the CDN links from the previous example just to save our time. Okay, so let me just go to the previous example first. Yeah, just copy this serial links from here only. So copy it from here and go to the code, paste it here. So guys, as you can see here, this is the CSS file for Bootstrap. Okay, this is the CSS file for Bootstrap and it is inside the folder CSS folder. Okay, and I have got the file as bootstrap.min.css, and guys, this is the CDN link for Font Awesome. Okay, as you can see here, fontawesome.min.css. guys, let me just paste some more CDN links from the previous example only. So just let me go here and I will just copy this CDN link from here. So just copy this from here and go to the code and paste above the closing body tag. Okay, so just delete this. We don't require anything as a comment now because I will explain you. So I will explain each and everything, don't worry. So yeah, just paste it here. So guys, let me just explain you the CDN also. So guys, this is the CDN link for Sweet Alert. Okay, this is the CDN link for Sweet Alert. As you can see guys, I am using here Sweet Alert also. So guys, this pop-up, as you can see here guys, this pop-up is known as Sweet Alert 2 pop-up. Okay, so guys, I am using here Sweet Alert 2 pop-up just to show the information to the user that do you really want to delete the user or not. Okay, by using Sweet Alert only. So guys, this is the Sweet Alert. Okay, this is the Sweet Alert I am using in our application. Okay, so just go to the code and I have pasted all the required CDN links in our file. So guys, now we have to write some script first, some vue.js script first. So I'm gonna write the vue.js script first. So create a script tag. So yeah, just create a const and give app equal to view.create app, and I will say this, I will say data function, and it will return all the properties. So I will say return, and guys, we have to mount this instance of div. Okay, so guys, we have to mount this instance of view to our UI, to our div. Okay, to our HTML part. Okay, so I will say mount and give this, put hash and say app. So guys, now we have to create our div also to link this, to link this instance of view to our HTML part. Okay, so I'm gonna create a div first here and give class as a container also. Okay, as of now, give class as a just user container. Okay, give user container and close this div first, and inside this div I'm gonna create an ID. Okay, so guys, this ID, okay, I will give the app only. So guys, this ID and this ID will be same. Okay, then only we can link our HTML part, our HTML code to this instance of view.js. Okay, so guys, now this HTML part is linked or attached with this view.js. Okay, by the ID app. Okay, by the ID app, as you can see here, this is the ID app also here, and this is the ID app also here. So guys, just to test, what we generally do, we generally perform some kind of simple calculation just to test. Okay, So I'm gonna do double curly braces and I will say 4 plus 4 plus 4. So guys, ideally we should be getting 12 if everything is okay. Okay, so just save your code, copy the file path, go to the browser and create a new tab and paste it here and just remove this. Okay, just remove this and put localhost. So localhost, yeah, as you can see guys, here we are getting 12 here, which means our code is working. Okay, we are getting 12 here guys. Just let me just do one thing guys, just remove this class from here and just say container, because we are using here bootstrap also. So just say container and then save your code, go to the browser and now refresh the page. See, boom guys, we are getting 12 here, which means our Vue.js have been linked to our HTML part also. Okay, by using its ID as a app. Okay, this ID and this ID should be same guys. You can put here class also, so put dot and we have to put here as a app. Okay, because we are giving here class. Okay, because I have given here dot, so it is a class, so it should be a class also. So app should be a class. So now save your code, go to the browser and just refresh the page. Okay, so guys, still we are getting 12, which means we can give ID as well as class also. So let's just revert it back. Okay, let it be ID only. So yeah, now guys, we have to create a form. Okay, we have to create a form first. This form guys, we have to create a form first. So let me just copy this details text from here only and we will. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create a div first. So give class as a text center and give margin top 4 and margin bottom also 4 and close this div. And inside this div guys, I am gonna create h1 element and I will say h1 give class also text center and text dark only and close this h1 first and I am gonna put here so like store user and delete user in Vue.js. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh the page. Yeah, as you can see here, store user and delete user in Vue.js using local storage. Say using local storage. Okay, so we are also using here local storage as well. So say local storage. Okay, so now save your code. Yeah, so guys, now we have to create the form. Okay, so guys, you know, like as you all know, we are learning here Vue.js. So guys, you must be knowing how to create form. Okay, guys, you must be knowing how to create forms. Okay, so guys, can I copy this form from previous example only, just to save our time? Okay guys, I'm asking you. Okay, so guys, here you are learning Vue.js and guys, I'm assuming that you must be knowing how to create HTML form by using HTML code. Okay, so guys, just to save our time, just to not waste our time in creating forms, because you know guys how to create forms. Okay, so guys, what I will do, I will just go to the previous example only and I will try to copy this form. Okay, just to save our time guys. Okay, I'm asking you, and guys, with your permission, I'm doing that also. Okay, just to save our time. So guys, now I'm going into the previous example just to copy our form. Okay guys, so with your permission guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this from here to here. Okay, as you all know how to create forms. Okay guys, and I will explain you also, don't worry, I will explain you also. So just copy. Okay, and copy and go here and paste here below this, paste. Okay, so paste here also. So guys, I will explain you, don't worry, it is only HTML part, only input field. Okay, okay guys, only input field only HTML parts. Okay, so just save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so guys, now we have to create our Vue.js script also. Okay, as you can see here guys, I am using Vue.js here also at the rate submit.prevent. Okay, we are preventing the form default behavior, whether it will go to the it will refresh or it will try to go to the different URL. Okay, so guys, what is the form default behavior? the page will refresh as soon as you will hit the button submit. Okay, the page will refresh as soon as you will hit the button submit, and it will try to redirect you to the new page, which to the URL which will be assigned into the action attribute of the form. Okay, so guys, now I will explain you also. So guys, first of all, I am gonna create some of the Vue.js script, okay, just to make this form work. Okay, so guys, we have to create some script also in Vue.js just to make this form work. Okay, so just go here down, and I will try to write some what can I say, user object. Okay, so I'm gonna create a user object data. So user, give user info. Okay, user info. So give colon and open and curly braces, and we will say guys, I will explain you guys. Just be here guys and watch the entire video. Trust me guys, it's my promise. I can give you my word also that from this video, from this session guys, you're definitely gonna learn something. You're definitely gonna learn something different, something unique from this video, from this session. Okay, so guys, just be here and watch the entire video first. Okay, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER also. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create some object. So give user or give name. Okay, give name comma colon, give, as of now give empty. Okay, I will write your comment also for you guys. So write the comment also, user name input. Okay, user name input. Okay, I will add the comment also. So just hit enter, give number and give colon. As of now, just assign empty string. Okay, and email colon empty string, and put comma, and give image. Okay, give image. As of now, give null only. So, and put comma also, and give comment also, just for you guys. Okay, so that you can understand guys. As I already mentioned in my every video, that my motto is to give you in-depth knowledge, in-depth information about anything what I am writing here. Okay, so that's why guys, I am writing comment also for you guys only. Okay, so that you can understand. Give user number. Okay, number input. Okay, user number input, and give comment also here. Give user email input. Okay, and give comment also here. Okay, user image input. Okay, user image input. So guys, now just let me go to the form section now. Okay, HTML part, because we have created it, and okay, so I will explain you the form also, why it is not working. Okay, why our form was not working. So guys, now if I will save the code, and if I will refresh the page, it might work. Okay, it might work. See, boom guys, it is working now. How this happens, I will explain you. Okay, so just just delete this first. We don't require double text. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. Okay, so guys, you will ask now how this form works. Okay, so guys, here in the Vue.js, we have created an object, and the property is name, number, email, and image. Okay, so guys, this user info is an object with the name user info, and it has got some properties also, like name, number, email, and image. Okay, as of now, everything is empty and null, and I have written comment also here: user name input, user number input, user email input, and user image input. Okay, so let me go to the HTML part, I mean form part. So guys, as you can see here, I have already explained you guys. Okay guys, always remember why we have used V model in our previous example. Okay, so guys, I have used a lot of V models in our previous example only, just to bind, just to do two-way data binding. Okay, So guys, we generally use vModel just to do two-way data binding from this input field, okay, from this input field to this view.js code, okay. So guys, we use two-way data binding in guys, okay, so guys, we use vModel in two-way data binding, okay. Always remember guys, we use vModel inside the view.js to perform two-way data binding, and it only works in input field, text area, radio buttons, and bullets and select, okay. Otherwise it will not work anywhere, like on div or span tag it is not gonna work, okay. It will only work in input field, select, options, or radio button or checkbox, okay. So guys, we use vModel to perform two-way data binding, okay. So guys, as you can see here also vModel equal to user info dot name, okay. So guys, it says this user info and dot name, okay. It says guys, this user info dot name, this user info dot number, user info dot email, user info dot image, okay. So guys, it is checking, okay, it is binding two-way data binding from this input field to this view.js instance, okay. Guys, vModel is used to perform two-way data binding from this input field to this view.js instance, okay, to this view.js instance, okay guys. So it is saying vModel user info dot name, vModel here also user info dot number, vModel user info dot email, okay. And it is also saying on change here, it is saying on change we are gonna perform some methods, okay. On change we will perform some methods, and guys, this is the input type file, and it accepts image as JPEG, image as PNG, and image as JPG, okay. And guys, this is the input field for text, which means user name. Guys, this is the input field for number, okay. This is the input field for email, and this is the input field for file, and this is the guys, this form has got class myform and @submit dot prevent default, and we are gonna run when the user is gonna submit the button. When the user is gonna hit the submit button, then we will run this method upload info, okay. Guys, whenever user is going to hit the button submit, we are gonna prevent its default behavior also, and we are gonna run this function also, this method also, upload info, okay guys. Whenever user is going to hit the submit button, guys, at the same time we will prevent its default behavior, that is refreshing the page, and at the same time we will also run this method or this function, which is upload info, okay. And guys, this is the bootstrap form. As you can see guys, this is the bootstrap form. I am using here form control, and this is the input type text. vModel is this, class is also form control, this is the div form group, okay, and input type number, and class is also form control. This is the div in class is form group, and input type is email, and class is form control, and placeholder, please enter your email. Here placeholder, please enter your name, and here placeholder, please enter your name, okay. And guys, this is the input field for image, okay. As you can see here, form group, and the input type is file, except image, JPEG, PNG, and on change we are going to run this method, we are going to run this function. And guys, below this we have got the button also. As you can see here, text submit button, and the type is submit, and class is btn block, btn secondary, and the text is submit, okay. So guys, I hope I have like explained you the HTML part also, form how to create a form also. So guys, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page, okay. So guys, now whenever a user, after entering all the details like username, user number, user email, and user profile pic, whenever the user is going to hit the button submit, we will take the user details from this email from this input fields, and we will store it into the local storage as well, and we will also display the details on the UI on the to the user also, okay. So guys, let me just explain you one more thing guys. guys, I told you that this v model is used in two-way data binding. Okay, this v model is using in two-way data binding from here to our view.js code. Okay, from here to our view.js code. Okay, so guys, whenever you will put something here also. Okay, whenever you will put something here, okay guys, whenever you will put something here, it is also gonna update to our UI. Okay, so now refresh the page. Okay, see, boom guys. So put number only here, put some number. So guys, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. See, boom guys. So guys, that's why we are using v model in two-way data binding inside view from HTML part to view.js instance. Okay, from HTML part to view.js instance. Okay, so guys, as of now all the input fields should be blank, so I am giving here only blank. Okay, so now save your code, go to the browser and refresh your page. So guys, now we are gonna write the logic, we are gonna write the script that whenever a user is going to fill all the details, and the moment he will hit the button submit, it should also store into the local storage all the details, all the information. And at the same time guys, we will also show the user that this is the details they have entered into the form, into the input field. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna write the logic for it, I'm gonna write the code for it. Okay, so let me just go to the code editor. So guys, now below this, so below this, first guys, we will check if something is already there in the local storage or not. Okay, so guys, whenever this page will refresh, guys, suppose guys, user have already entered something into the form. Okay, and it is also stored in the local storage. Guys, just imagine, just suppose guys, okay, user has already submitted some data into the local storage. Okay, and he is now refreshing the page, or he is now loading the page again and again. So guys, we should also check that if some details, some information is already into the local storage. If it is so, then we will just fetch it and we will just display it to the user on the UI front. Okay, so guys, what I said guys, whenever suppose guys, imagine that a user has already submitted some details and it is already stored into the local storage. Okay guys, if it is so, if it is like already something there into the local storage, if it is so, then we will fetch it, then we will show to the user also. Okay, to the UI also. Okay, so guys, now we have to check if something is already into the local storage or not already. If it is so, then we will fetch it and then we will show it, okay, to the user. So guys, now I'm going to write the logic for it. So just go to the code editor and I will create a var. I will say user list. Okay, user list equal to json dot parse. Okay guys, I have already explained you in my previous example that whenever you will store something into the local storage, then you have to use json.stringify to store information in the form of text. And guys, whenever you are about to grab something from there, extract something from the local storage, we have to use json.parse just to parse our text into the JavaScript object. Okay, so guys, we are doing this just to parse text back into the JavaScript object so that we can easily work on JavaScript object. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna do local storage dot get item. Okay, get item, and I will pass the key. Okay, user. So guys, I have already explained you that local storage is a key value mechanism. Guys, local storage inside the browser, guys, inside the browser. Okay, local storage is a key value pair mechanism where you can save something with the key and its value, with the key, with the value, key and value pair. Okay, so guys, you can only store something in the local storage in the form of key and value. Okay, key and value, key and value. So guys, local storage is a mechanism of key and value pair details. Okay, then only you will be able to save something into the local storage, otherwise you won't be able to save it. Okay, so guys, I am passing here key also. So this is the key user list. Okay, if it is not like anything is not there into the local storage, we will just initialize a empty array. Okay, we will just initialize an empty array. And guys, I will add the comment here also for you. Okay, so that you can understand. So list of users stored. Okay, stored in the local storage. Okay, in the local storage already. Okay, already. Okay, so guys, if something is already there, we will grab it by its key user list, and we will just store it inside the user list variable. Okay, if there is nothing, we will just store there empty array. Okay, empty array just we will store there if there is nothing into the local storage. Okay, so now guys, now we will write some our methods also. Okay, so we will create our methods. So guys, as you all know, method is a collection of function or method. Okay, so just open and curly braces, and guys, first of all, we will just create this method. Okay, on image change method. Okay, so just copy it from here, and we will say event. Okay, because choosing a file is an event. Okay, entering something into the input box is an event. Clicking on the input box is an event. Clicking on the button is an event. Okay, so just open and curly braces, and we will pass also here event parameter also. Okay, event parameter we will pass also here, and I will create a const first. So create a const. So create a const and give file as a variable file input. Okay, equal to give event. Okay, event dot target. Okay, so guys, event dot target means guys, whenever you are hitting here or here, which means you will be able to, you know, you will be able to grab that, you know, node, or grab that, what can I say, HTML part or elements. Okay, so guys, let me just alert if, let's see if this works or not. Okay, so we can alert. Let's see guys if this works or not, just to give you some kind of example only. So just paste it here, and now save your code, go to the browser and just refresh the page and try to click the here. Go to the console. We have got an error. So invalid sorted property initializer, where on 71. So on 71. Okay, on 71. Okay guys, okay, sorry guys, we have to put colon. Okay, so guys, now save your code, go to the browser and refresh the page. Yeah, upload info. Where is the upload? Yeah, we will create it later on. So this is this, so we will create it later on. So now refresh your page, and now okay, see guys, boom guys, we are getting here our alert also, HTML input element. Okay, so guys, at this time guys, I just hit the input element file. Okay, so guys, this is the event on which you are, you know, like clicking, or on which you are, you know, performing some kind of action. Okay, so guys, this is the guys, this file, you know, input file is now an event. Okay, and the target is this file. Okay, so guys, hitting the hitting or uploading or uploading the file is an event, and guys, on which you are hitting, or you know, like clicking, is known as target. Okay, is known as target. As you can see here, we got our alert also, because I am passing here also the file input in the alert function. Okay, that's why we are getting alert also. So our code is working fine now. Okay, so our code is working fine. Again, try to rechange it. See guys, boom guys, again it like, you know, it alert us, means our code is working fine. So now we can move forward. Okay, so click the button. Now refresh the page. Okay, just close this also, go to the code and just remove this. We don't require this. Okay guys, I hope I have explained you what is event and target. Okay, so guys, now I will say, if we will check if user has selected the file, then only we will let the user submit the form. Okay guys, if we will check if user has selected the files, then only we will let the user to submit the form, otherwise we will not let him submit the form. Okay, so now I will check that only. So input file, so file input dot files. Okay, dot files, and we will say dot length also, and we will check if greater than 0, then we will allow him, otherwise we won't. Okay, so const, I'm gonna create a const here. So create a const, give the variable as a selected. Okay, give the variable as a selected file. Okay, so that selected file. Okay, so that it will give you guys some kind of information that we are storing file inside the selected file variable. Okay, so file, give file input dot files. Okay, give file input dot files. So files, yeah, and it is a, guys, as you all know, input type file is an array. So guys, we are getting its first element. Okay, we are getting its first element, means 0th element. Okay, so as you all know, we have only one input type file on this HTML page, on this form. So we have got only one input type as a file on this HTML part on this page. So guys, we are saying here, we are storing, if everything is fine here, we are just storing into the const selected file, and we will say file input dot files equal to 0 and close this. As you all know guys, that file input is an array, and we are grabbing its first element, we are grabbing its 0th element, and we are just storing it into the selected file variables. Okay, so I will just give the comment also here for you guys. Okay, so access, okay, access the selected, okay, selected file. Okay guys, I hope this is clear to you guys. Okay, and we will say, we will create a what can I say, URL dot create object, which is used to display the images guys. Okay, this is used to display the images, and it is a predefined function or method inside the JavaScript just to display the image. Okay, so I will say this. Guys, let me explain you one more time, because I have explained you this many times in our in my previous video also. So guys, whenever I will say this dot info, I will refer to this info. Okay, and guys, whenever I will say this dot info dot name, I will refer to this info dot name. When I will say guys this dot number, I will refer to this number. Okay, and guys, whenever I will say this dot email, I will refer to this email. Whenever guys I will say this dot image, I will refer to this image. Whenever I will say this dot in user info, I will refer to this user info. And whenever I will say this dot user list, I will refer to this user list guys. And whenever I will say this dot on image change, I will refer to this on image change method or function here. Okay, so guys, likewise here only I am saying this dot user info, okay, dot image equal to, I will create a URL. So guys, this is predefined function in JavaScript, URL dot create URL object. Okay, create URL object URL, and guys, this is used to display the images on the page in the form of data. Okay, data base encode 64. Okay guys, data base encode 64. This is used to display the image in the data 64 encode. Okay, so guys, we will say user selected files. Okay, user selected files, because I already explained you, this is the input type file image, and it contains image file. Okay, it contains image file, guys. Okay, as you can see here, input file input dot files 0, because it contains an image file, and we are just using predefined JavaScript function url dot create object url, and we will pass this selected file as a parameter, and then we are storing this user, this file, this user profile, this user pic inside our user info dot image. Okay, and it will replace with the user url with data64 encode. Okay, so now this is done, and guys, now below this I will create another function. So I will add the comment also for you here. So yeah, just give some space for you, so that now I will say handle for form. Okay, form submission. Okay, form submission. Okay, so guys, now we are gonna go into the form, and we will copy this upload info. So copy it from here, and we will define it into our vue.js instance. Okay, below this. So just paste it here. Okay, copy one more time, and go here and paste it here, put parenthesis and open and curly braces. And guys, now just pay attention, guys. Okay, because we are gonna write our logic, our code, like how to take the user input, how to store it into the local storage, and how to grab it from local storage as well, and how to display that information to the UI, to the user. Okay, so guys, just be here and watch the entire video very, very carefully, because we are going to write logic. Okay, how to take user input, how to store it into the local storage, and how to grab it from there, and how to display that information to the user, to the UI. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna do if. I will say if. Okay, and I will say this dot. Okay, this dot user info dot image, and I will again say this. Okay, this dot user info dot name, and again I will say and again I will say this dot user info dot email. Okay, and again I will say and space, and I will say this dot user info dot, I will say number. Okay, if it is so, then we will say that we will create a user object. Okay, we will create below this a user object. Let me just write the comment also, create a user object. Okay, create a user object. So guys, here you must be guys, I have already told you, whenever I will say this dot user info dot image, I will refer to this user info dot image, and whenever I will say this dot user info dot name, I will refer, guys, this user info dot name. Okay, and whenever I will say this dot user info dot email, I will refer to this user info dot email, and this user info dot image. Okay, so guys, we are checking here if something is already into the input field. Okay guys, if user has already entered something into the input field, then only we will let the user submit the form. Otherwise we will do nothing, because there is nothing into the input field, so we will not let the user submit the form. Okay, so guys, in order to submit the form, user must have filled something into the input field, into the input box, then only we will let him submit the form, then only we will let him submit the or hit the submit button. Okay, so guys, that's what I am doing here. If this dot username dot image and this dot username dot name and this dot username dot email and this dot username dot number, if something is already there into the input field, then only we will create a user object. Okay, and I'm going to create a user object first. So I will say const. Okay, and I will create a user. So guys, this is the name for user object. okay, and it has some properties also. So we will create properties also. So yeah, we will create the properties also. So first close this, and we will say guys image, okay, colon, we will say this dot user info dot image, okay, dot image, okay, give comma, I will say name and colon, and I will say this dot user info dot name, okay, dot this name, and give comma, and I will say email, okay, and colon, I will say this dot user info dot email, okay, dot email, and put comma, I will say number, okay, because guys we are creating a object here. So you also know guys, object is a key value pair separated by the colon. Guys, always remember, object is a key value pair separated by the colon. So guys, as you can see here, I have written the comment also, create a user object. So this is the name of the object as a user, and here this is the properties, this is the key, and this is the value separated by colon. This is the key, this is the value, this is the key, and this is the value, okay, this is the value, this is the key, and this will be the value, okay. So this dot user user info dot number, okay, dot number. So put comma, and guys let me just write comment here for you, so that you can have some kind of, you know. So guys, let me just give some space, okay, yeah. So now it is looking good, cool. I hope guys you are getting, okay. So guys, just be here and watch the entire video, okay, then only you will get something new, something different from this video, okay. So use URL created, okay, created by, okay, this create object, okay, this create object URL, okay. Guys, I already explained you, we have created here images by using the base encode 64, okay. Guys, in this way guys, we have created an image, like whatever user, you know, image have been selected by the user, we have just stored it, and we have also created the same image by using url.create object URL, and we will pass this as a parameter, and it will create a user image, okay, in the form of data 64 encode, okay. So that's what I'm written here, create a URL, create URL, okay, use URL created by the create object URL, okay. So guys, now again I will say, okay, so I will say guys, below this I will say, so below this I will say, I will write the comment also for you only. So write the comment also, and I will say add user to the list, okay. So now guys, I'm gonna say, I will say this dot, okay, I will say this dot user list, okay. Guys, this user list, okay, this user list, guys, this user list, okay, this user list, as you can see here, I have explained you. So if something is already there into the local storage, then we will grab it. If it is not there into the local storage anything, then we will just store the empty array. And guys, as you can see here, this is the array. So guys, we are just using this user list empty array, okay. And guys, we will just push all this user object, okay. Guys, we will push this user object into this user list, because as I already told you, this is an array, okay. This is an array, as you can see here, this is an array, and by using this user list array, we will just say this dot user list dot push, okay, dot push, what to push guys, this user, okay, this user. So just copy it from this user object from here, and just paste it here, and just close this, okay, just close this. So guys, now I will also write the comment here also below this. So for you guys, I'm writing the comment also. So store the uploaded, okay, uploaded uploaded list, okay, in local storage, okay, in local storage. Okay guys, so guys, whatever user have been like entered name, number, email or image, we are just grabbing it and just we are just storing it here into the user list array, into this user list array, okay, and we are just also storing the uploaded information or list to the local storage. Okay, see, as you can see here, store the uploaded list into the local storage. Okay, so below this I will add the comment also, code also. So just we will say local storage, okay, or we will say, just say local storage, okay, just say local storage dot set item, okay. And guys, as you all know, we have already passed the key, okay. So guys, we have to use this key only, okay, we have to use this key only, user list. So just copy this user list key from here and just go here and paste it here, put comma, and we will say json.stringify, okay, because guys, you already know, if we want to store something into the local storage, we have to store as a string only, okay. You can only store guys something into the local storage in the form of a string, and whenever you are about to grab it from the local storage, you have to use json.parse just to parse the string into the JavaScript object back, okay, so that we can perform any kind of action on that JavaScript object, okay. So guys, now we will say we will say we will just pass this user list array, okay. We will just pass guys this user list array as a parameter to this stringify method, okay, and just close this, and we will say this dot user list, okay. And guys, now I will say, we will say clear all the input fields. So I'm gonna write the comment also, so clear, because guys, we have already stored, okay guys, we have, after the user have already submitted the form, guys, user has now already submitted the form. So now guys, we have already stored all the information into the local storage, okay guys, we have already stored all the information to the local storage. After hitting the button submit, we have stored all the things, all the information to the local storage given by the user in this input field name, number, email and choose file, okay. We have also hit the button enter, and here we have stored the user details into the local storage, and now we are gonna clear all the input field. So clear input field, okay, input field. So now what we will do, we will just do, okay, this dot user info dot, we will say name, and equal to, we will just pass the empty string, okay, we will just pass the empty string, and we will say this dot user info dot number equal to, pass the empty string also, close this. We will say this dot user info dot email, and equal to, we will pass the empty string also. We will say this dot user info dot image, okay, image, and we will equal to, pass the null value, okay, pass the null, just to make the input field, just to make the input field file as a blank, as a empty, okay. So guys, now just we will have something also, so just close this first. So this is the method, just close this here, and guys, we will handle for deletion, okay. So guys, as of now, just save your code, okay. So guys, we have now uploaded the user information to the local storage, as you can see here. So guys, now just save your code, go to the browser and open the developer tool first, okay. Just go to the application and just delete this user list from here, which is already there, okay. So just delete it, and guys, now refresh the page, okay, and try to submit something into the local storage, okay, by submitting the form, okay. So give Prabhat Pandit, okay, and give some random number. So yeah, choose the email address and choose the file first, So guys, I have taken this file. So guys, as you can see here, we have got nothing into our local storage. Okay guys, as you can see here, we have got nothing into our local storage. So guys, at the moment I will hit the button submit, guys, you can see something into the local storage by the key, guys, user list. Okay, by the key will be the user list, and the value will be the Prabhat Pandit number, email address and image. Okay, so guys, now I am gonna hit the button submit. See, boom guys, see guys, we got our details in our local storage. Okay, see guys, email is Prabhat Pandit es48@gmail.com. Images I said guys blob. Okay, local storage, and this. Okay, and name is Prabhat Pandit and number is this. Okay, so again I am gonna submit some other details. So give Pooja Kumari, and give some random number. Okay, and give some email also like this. Choose the file first, and I'm gonna choose this file. So just now hit the button submit. See, boom guys, we got our second details also into the local storage. See guys, here key is the user list, and this is the value associated with this user list key. Okay guys, this is the value associated with this user list key in the local storage. Okay, so guys, whenever you are about to access this value, guys, always remember, let me just enlarge this. So guys, whenever you are about to access this value from the local storage, you have to use this key. Okay, then only you will be able to access this value, because this value is associated with this user list key. Okay, only using this user list key you can grab this value from the local storage. Okay, so now cut the developer tool. So close this, and okay guys, okay, just open this again, and now guys, we have stored all the information into the local storage. So now refresh the page first and see it remains here or not. See guys, it remains here only, because we have saved our information, user details, into the local storage. Okay, so guys, now we are gonna display this user list as soon as user is going to hit this submit button. We will store it into the local storage as well, and we will display also here on the browser also. Okay, on the UI also. So guys, now I am gonna create a HTML for this also. So just go to the HTML part. Just go to the HTML part first, and below this div, guys, I am gonna create a div first. Write the comment also for you. See guys, now let me just explain you guys one more time. Guys, now user have been like we are taking the user information and we are storing into the local storage as well. Okay, so guys, till now we have finished, we have taken the user information, and we are just storing it into the local storage. But now we are not just showing it to the user. Okay, so guys, now we are just going to show the user whatever they have stored. Okay, whatever they have entered into this input field, into this form, we will just show the moment they will hit the button submit. Okay, so guys, now we are just gonna write the code for that only. So just go to the HTML part, and write the comment also for you. So let me just write the comment also. So display, okay, display user information. Okay, user information. So guys, I will create a div first below this. Create a div, and div, give it a class as a container, and close this div, and inside this div, guys, I am gonna create another div. So create another div, give it a class as a data, and give row also, and give justify content center also. Close this div, and now inside this div, guys, I'm gonna create another div. So I will create another div here inside this div. So create a div first, and give class also as card only, cards, give cards, and give margin top 2 also, and 2, and give text center also, and give margin bottom 2, and give call lg, give call lg 4, give call excel 4, and give mx auto. Okay, give mx auto, and give call sm12. Okay, and give call access12 also. So close this div first. Okay, otherwise we will forget it, and then we will have loss of error also. Okay, and guys, now inside this div only, okay, inside this div I'm gonna write javascript directive v4 directive. Okay, v4 directive. As you all know guys, this user list is an array, and guys, as you all know, we use v4 directive to loop through array, to loop through object of array inside the view.js. Okay guys, always remember, we use v4 directive in the view.js to loop through array, to loop through objects of array. Okay, so guys, as you all know, this is the array, so I'm gonna use v4 directive here just to loop through this array. Okay, this user list array. Okay, so guys, now create v4 equal to double inverted comma, and I will say this user, and I will give index also in this user list. Okay, in this user list. Okay guys, in this user list. Okay, in this user list. Okay, so guys, it says this user list is an array, and this v4 will work like a for loop and for each loop in JavaScript. Okay guys, always remember, in view.js, this v4 loop will work like a v4, or for each method in JavaScript. Okay, so guys, it is similar to v loop in JavaScript. Okay, and it will store all the information one by one into this variable. It will run again it will store information into this user variable. Again it will run, again it will store all the details into this user variable. Again it will run, and again it will store all the details into this user variable. Okay, and guys, we can use this user variable. Guys, we can use this user variable to loop through to display all the user details to our UI part, to our HTML part. Okay, so now I'm gonna put here key also. So give key colon, give colon key equal to I will give index. Okay, I will give index, and guys, now we will create below this div. I'm gonna create another div. So create another div. So give class also as a border only. So give border. Close this div first, and guys, now what we will do, we will give another, create another div, and give class as a card body. Okay, give class as a card body, and just close this div, and inside this div, guys, I'm gonna create, okay, I'm gonna create img element. So img colon src. Guys, always remember, I've explained you guys, whenever you are working with the view.js, and guys, you have to display image, you have to display class, you have to display id, or you have to display any data property, guys, you have to use vbind. Okay, and guys, this colon is the shorthand property for the vbind. Okay guys, whenever you are you are about to use view.js, and whenever you are about to display the src, image, class, id, data set, data attribute, okay guys, you have to use this colon. Okay, and this is the shorthand for vbind. Okay, vbind. So guys, I will say this user dot, guys, this image. Okay, this image. Okay, this image, and paste it here, and I will give alt also, give user image. Okay, and give class also I will say uh, img fluid, and I will also give style here also, give width, okay, colon 100%, okay, close this, and yeah. So now guys, below this div, okay, so below this img I am gonna create another div. So create another div, give class as a p3, means padding 3, and close this div, okay. And guys, let me just write the comment here also, okay, for you only, okay. So guys, just let me just write the comment here also. So we will say display, okay, display user image, okay, using img element, okay, using img element, okay. So guys, now below inside this div guys, I am gonna create a para element, p para tag. So p, and close this p, and guys now I am gonna give the class also as card, okay, card title. So card title, and I will give double curly braces. So guys, always remember, whatever you have to display inside the view.js, any method, any expressions or anything, you have to put inside the double curly braces only, then only it will work, then only you will be able to see the output, otherwise it will throw an error, okay. So what I will do, here I will say name, okay. So I will say name, give colon, and I will say this user, okay, this user dot name, okay, this user dot name, okay. So guys, now just save your code and go to the browser and first check the output first, okay. Check the output first. See guys, we are getting something here, but our image is not being displayed, okay. Our image is not being displayed. So why guys, let me just check, src user dot image, okay, our image is not being displayed. So let me just store something new. So give Pooja Kumari, give random number, and give some Pooja @yahoo.com. choose the file first, and let's see if this time works or not. So just choose this file, submit, yeah, boom guys, now we are able to get our user details also. Boom guys, it is working. See guys, so it is working guys. So let me just refresh the let me just delete the other two details, it is not looking good. So just go to the application and delete the other this details, okay. So okay, delete the entire things. So now refresh the page first, okay, and just finish the coding first here guys. So yeah, just copy this p guys from here only, okay, just copy this p from here and paste below this, okay, below this paste, and I will say this is the number, and I will say user dot number, and again just copy and again just paste below this, and this time we will say email, okay, we will say email, and we will say user dot email, and this time now guys, we have to create a button also. So we have to create a button also. So below this p I am gonna create a button also. So create a button element, button, and give type equal to as a button only. So button, give class also as btn, give danger, okay, btn danger, and give btn block, okay. Later on we can change the guys, we can change anything later on. So just give the text also here as guys, this is the button, okay. So close this. So guys, now we will give the text also, delete user, and I will just use the font awesome icon also here for the icon. Okay, so I will give I class fafa. I will say uh, uh, trash. Okay, fafa trash, and give area hidden also true. Okay, and close this I first. And guys, now we have to define a method also. Okay, so guys, as of now, just save your code. Okay, go to the browser and refresh the page and try to put something. So give Prabhat Pandit, and give a number, some random number, and give email address. This, choose the file first. Okay, so choose this file, guys. Finger crossed. Now I am gonna hit the button submit. Okay, and let's see the magic. See, boom guys. See guys, our code is working. See guys, we have got the button also, delete user, and here you can see the name Prabhat Pandit, number is this, and email address is this. Like this only guys. See, like this only our code is also working guys. See, boom guys. Try to store some more user. So give Pooja Kumari. Okay, and give number also, random number, and give email also, Pooja @yahoo.com, and choose the file also, choose this file. So yeah, this file. Now guys, hit the button submit. See, boom guys. See, we got our two details guys. Right now whenever you will click the button delete user, nothing is gonna happen. See, I am gonna click the button delete user. See guys, nothing is happening. See, nothing is happening guys. Okay, so guys, now we have to define delete user function also in our view.js code. Okay, so guys, now we have done our two work. We have stored the user details from this form to our local storage, and now we have also displayed the user details, user profile, username, user number, email address. And now guys, we have to do the last work. We have to write our logic. We have to write our code just to delete the user whenever someone is going to click the button delete user. Okay, so guys, now we have to define the function on this button only. Okay, we have to define the function guys on this delete user button. Okay, then only it will work. So guys, we have to define some method on this delete user function only, then only this will work. So guys, I am gonna do that only. So go to the button, and I will say @click equal to, I will define a method here, and I will say delete. Okay, I will say delete user. Okay, delete user, and guys, I will pass here index. Okay, I will pass here this index. Okay, so guys, as you all know, index is used to index is generally used to grab a specific user position in the array. Guys, always remember, user is generally used to grab a specific element position, or a specific user position in the array. Okay, and guys, here I will also pass this user object. Okay, I will also pass this user object here, entire user object I will pass. Okay guys, here I am passing the index to this delete user function, index also, and this entire user object also I am passing. Okay, so guys, now I will define this function. So just copy this function from here and go to the code, and we have to define this function. Okay, so just go to the code below, and I will write guys logic for it now. So guys, just be here and watch the entire video first. Okay, so yeah, just below this I will add the comment also. So write the comment handle for delete. Okay, so handle for deleting, okay, deleting a user. Okay guys, always remember, inside this user delete user function, I am passing the index also, and I am passing the entire user object also. Okay, and guys, you all know that index is used in array just to find the specific element position. Okay guys, index is used in the array just to find the specific element position in the array. Okay, and guys, as you all know, this array, this index or this user is an object, and this user list is an array. Okay, so now just paste it here and open in curly braces, and we will say guys, so guys, what we will do, I will just try to, you know, guys, let me just copy something from here, which will save a lot of time, I guess. Okay, and it is, guys, you know, like it will be understandable as well. I will explain you all the things. So I will explain you all the things. So just copy this from here to here. Okay, from here to here, and just paste it here. So just close this. Okay, and guys, let me just paste something here. So guys, this is the switch alert. Okay, I will explain you guys each and everything. I will explain you. So guys, this is the method for delete user. Okay, as I have written the comment also, handle for deleting a user. Okay, so guys, let me just go to the switch alert. Okay, let me just go to the switch alert first. So guys, this is the switch alert. Okay, so guys, here it is saying is confirmed. Okay guys, it is saying is confirmed, and the text is the confirm button was clicked, the value will contain the result. Okay, it says guys is confirmed, the confirm button was clicked, the value will contain the result. Okay, so guys, let me just explain you. So guys, here I am using switch alert. Let me just go to this switch alert on the top also. So yeah, let me just, yeah, here guys, I am using this alert. Okay, I am using this alert also in this our code. Okay, so guys, I'm just saying here title, do you want to delete the user? Okay, do you want to delete the user? Okay, it is saying okay, and I will pass the username. I will pass this user dot name. Okay, I am saying here this user dot name and to uppercase. Okay, and I am giving here image URL, this user dot img. Okay, I am giving here guys image URL. So guys, this is the image. Okay, this image guys. Okay, this image. Okay, so I am saying here image URL colon user dot image. Okay guys, this user, okay, and this image. Okay, this image. Okay, image, and I am saying here user, this user dot image, and I am giving here image width 400px, image height 200px, and I am giving the image alt text as custom image. I am showing the show close button also false. I am giving here show cancel button true, and I am giving here confirm button text yes, and I am also giving focus confirmed false. So guys, whenever a user is going to hit the button OK, then it will return a promise. Guys, whenever inside this function, okay, whenever a user is going to hit the button OK, see guys, we have two buttons, cancel or OK or yes. Okay, we have two buttons guys in the UI pop-up. Let me just show you guys. Go here and try to delete this user. See guys, we have two buttons here, yes or cancel. Okay guys, we have two buttons here, yes or cancel. So guys, whenever a user is going to click on this button yes, it will return a promise. Okay, it will return a promise. Okay guys, whenever a user is going to click the button yes, it will return a promise which will contain the result. I already showed you which will contain the result. So just let me just go to the let me just dismissal, go up. Yeah guys, yeah, here it is confirmed. Okay, here it is, this is the key and this is the descriptions. Okay guys, this is the key, this is the descriptions. Okay, so guys, whenever a user is going to click this button yes, okay guys, whenever user is going to click this button yes, then it will return a promise. It will say the confirm button was clicked, the value will contain the result. Okay guys, whenever user is going to click this button yes, it will say the confirm button was clicked, the value will contain the result. Okay, so guys, when the user is going to click this button yes, it will return a promise. Okay, so guys, whenever the user is going to click this button yes, it will return a promise. Okay, and guys, again we will say dot then, and here is the result. Okay, here is the result guys. It says the value will contain the result. Okay, so guys, then it will return a promise. Then we are saying a result, okay, equal fat arrow function, and we are checking if result dot is confirmed. Okay, I am checking here this result dot is confirmed, means guys, user have pressed the yes button. Okay, means guys, user have pressed the yes button. Okay, here it is also saying is confirmed, the confirm button was clicked, the value will contain the result. Okay, so guys, here also it is saying dot then result, if result dot is confirmed, means yes button have been clicked. Okay, yes button have been clicked, then we will say this dot user list dot splice index, we will pass this index, and we will put comma, and we will pass 1 as a parameter, because we only want to delete only one user at a time. Okay, so guys, I will say this dot user list. Okay, this user list. Okay, this is an array, so we will say this dot user list dot splice, we will pass this index, here, and we will pass the second parameter as a 1, because we want to delete the only one user at a time. And again we will use a sweet alert. Again guys, we will use sweet alert, and we will ask the user title user deleted now, and we will also use, okay, user dot name to uppercase, on which the user have currently deleted the currently deleted user, guys, we will say. And we will also say image URL equal to this dot image. Okay, the deleted user image, guys. Okay, the deleted user image. And again we will store the again guys, we will update the local storage. Okay, we will say local storage dot set item user list comma json dot stringify this dot user list. Okay, so guys, suppose you have 5 records in your local storage. Okay guys, suppose you have 5 records in your local storage, and you have deleted 2 of them. So guys, after deleting the records from the local storage, we also have to update our local storage. Okay, so guys, that's why I am doing here. After deleting the user from the user list, guys, after deleting the user from the user list, I am also updating the local storage dot set item user list json dot stringify this dot user list. Okay guys, after deleting also, we have to update our local storage as well, because previously we used to have 5 elements, and now we have already deleted 2 elements from the local storage, so we have right now 3 elements. So we have to store update our local storage as well. So that's what I am doing here. Local storage dot set item user list dot json dot stringify this dot user list. Okay, and guys, I will also here saying, I will also saying here update local host. Okay, update local host. Okay, update local host. Okay, is guys, is if user press the cancel button. Guys, if user press the cancel button, see, if user press the cancel button, so here you can see cancelled, user is safe. Okay guys, so if guys user press the cancel button, then we will say cancelled, user is safe. Okay, so guys, now just go to the code. So guys, it is saying here else if result dot dismiss equal to sweet alert dot dismiss reason is cancelled. Okay, so let me just go here. See guys, I am using this method. Okay, I am using this method is dismissed. Okay, here also or dismiss. Okay, the dismissal reason see the handling dismissal section for details. Guys, I am using here this keyword, okay, dismiss. As you can see here, this is the key and this is the descriptions. So guys, I am using here this keyword, this key as a dismiss I am using. Okay, so guys, else if user has cancelled the, user has pressed the cancel button, guys. Okay, if user has pressed the cancel button, then only we will say result dot dismiss equal to switch alert dot dismiss reason is cancelled. Okay guys, which means if user has pressed the cancel button, okay guys, this says else if result dot dismiss, okay, this result dot confirm this result dot dismiss equal to switch alert dot dismiss reason dot cancel. Okay guys, if dismiss reason is cancelled, guys, if this, okay, if guys, if this dismiss reason is cancelled, then we will say switch alert cancelled, user is safe and success. Okay, user is safe and we will say success. Okay, okay guys, and we will say user is success. And we will also create one more function. So guys, I hope guys I have explained you delete user method in details. Okay, and I hope guys you have understood this also. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna create one more function. So I will say created. Okay, I will say created, and I will give open and curly braces, and I will say load, give comment also. I will say load user, okay, user list from the local storage, okay, from the local storage on the page load. Okay, on the page load. Okay, on the page load. Okay, so now let me just explain you guys. Okay, let me just explain you. So guys, whenever I am refreshing the page, you are able to get your user details if something is already into the local storage. See guys, whenever I am refreshing the page and if something is already into the local storage, we are able to get that information. We are able to get that user on our page, on our UI. Okay, so now refresh the page here. Okay, so whenever a user is going to reload this page also, if guys something is already into the local storage, then we should grab it and then we should show it to the local storage as well. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna write that function only. So I will say created and return the comment also here, load user list from the local storage on the page load. Okay, on the page load, and we will say window, dot add event listener, which event guys, load event. Okay, which event, load event. We will gonna run a fat array function. We will run a fat array function here, and we will say, yeah, const, we will say const equal to stored user list. Okay, we will say stored user list equal to, we will say json dot parse. Okay, because we are getting something from the user guy from the local storage. So guys, I already explained to you many times, whenever you are getting something from the local storage, we have to use json.parse, and whenever you are storing something into the local storage, then we have to use json.stringify. Okay, so guys, here I am grabbing something from the local storage, so I am using here json.parse. Okay, so I will say local storage dot get item, and I will pass this key guys. Okay, I will pass this key. Which key guys? This key always. Okay, this key always, this is the key. So pass this key here as a parameter. Okay, pass this key, and we will say also, or we will say, or we will just store the empty array. Okay, and we will just store the empty array, and we will say this, okay, this dot user list, we will say this dot user list equal to this stored user list. Okay, this stored user list. Okay, so close this. Now everything is done. So guys, now our code has been written. Okay, So guys, let me just explain you this created method. So guys, created is used whenever you want to, load something as soon as page load, as soon as your style sheet load, as soon as your JavaScript or jQuery file loads. Okay. So guys, created method is used to load something into the page, into the UI in Vue.js whenever you are about to load your page. Then it will not wait for the HTML, it will not wait for the style sheet, it will not wait for the JavaScript, it will not wait for the images. It will load as soon as your page, it will load all the things as soon as your page load, as soon as your page refreshed. Okay. So guys, we just used created for that function, for that purpose only in Vue.js. Okay. And here we are saying load user list from the local storage on the page load also. Okay. So we are saying window.add event listener load, we are running here factorio function, and we are saying stored user list equal to json.stringify local storage dot get item user list, or we will just get empty array. If something is there already into the local storage, then we will say this dot user list, and we will replace this user list with this stored user list. Okay, with this stored user list. If something is already into the local storage, then we will be able to show to the user, to the UI. Okay, to the UI, because we are just replacing this user list, we are just replacing this user list, okay, with this stored user list. Okay, if something is already into the local storage. Okay, when the page load. Okay, when the page load. Okay. So guys, now just save your code, go to the browser and save your code and refresh the page first. So guys, now I am gonna delete the user Prabhat Pandit first. Click the button guys in order to delete the user. Okay guys, let me just paste something. So you see guys, cancelled, user is safe. Okay, now refresh the page. See, boom guys, see, boom, it is already here. So guys, let me just paste some of this CSS file from the example only. This is nothing guys, this is nothing. So this is nothing. Okay, I will explain you all the things, don't worry, just be here and watch the entire video. And please guys, do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please press the bell icon also. And please guys, share this video among your friends, among your colleague also, so that they will be also learning along with you also. Okay, so guys, I pasted some of the CSS file from the previous example only. So guys, this is the week log, which is generally used whenever we are working with the Vue.js. Okay, so guys, now as you can see here, switch alert to image, I am given here width 400px, and I have given here height auto. Okay, and I have given here guys here animation also for the smooth animation. Okay, this is the keyframe and this is the name of the animation. Okay, 0%, 45%, 80%, 90%, and 100%. Okay, and here is the key media query, but we don't require this here, so just remove this from here, we don't need it here. Okay guys, so this is only file, CSS file, nothing else. Okay, if you want, you can you can pause the video and you can get this CSS also. Okay, you can see the CSS also, nothing is there. Okay, so just save your code, go to the browser, and now refresh the page, and now see the magic. Okay, now try to delete the user guys. See, boom guys, now this looks really dynamic and really innovative application. Okay, see guys, now I'm gonna click the button cancel. See, cancelled, user is safe. Okay, user is safe. See guys, now refresh the page. Okay, see, boom guys, our user is still here. So try to delete the user Pooja Kumari, hit the button delete user. See guys, we got the user profile also, and we got the user name also. See guys, how dynamic this application is. Okay, so want to delete the user Pooja Kumari, I will say cancel. See, cancelled, user is safe. Okay, so guys, now refresh the page. Okay guys, if you want guys, let me just show you guys. Whenever you are clicking the button cancel here, okay, here guys, you are only seeing this icon. Okay guys, if you want, I can put the image also here. Okay, so let me just put the image here guys also here. Okay, in the cancel also. Okay, in the cancel also, just put the image also. Okay, So copy this from here and paste it here, okay, and paste it here. So guys, yeah, just paste it here and okay, so give the, as of now, give the, so yeah guys, I don't think like it will take a little bit time guys, okay, so it will take a little bit time. So just just save your code and now refresh the page. It will throw an error. Yeah, I knew it. It will throw an error. So it will throw an error. So guys, yeah, just let it be guys, okay. I am guys leaving you on this, okay guys, I am leaving this on you. So it's your task guys, how to put image in the cancel, okay. Whenever user has cancelled, to delete the user, so we have to also fetch the user image and we will also say, yeah, this user is safe, it is not deleted, okay. So now save your code, go to the browser and refresh the page first, okay. So just delete this user first. Yeah, see, user deleted now, Prabhat Pandit, okay. So just cancel, delete this user also and try to put some more information. So give Priya Sharma and give some random number also, give email also and choose the file also, okay. Choose the file. I am gonna choose this file from here. Submit. Yeah, our user is here guys, Priya Sharma, number is this, email address is this, and below this we got the button also, delete user, okay. So now again put something, give Neha Kumari and just give some random number. Yeah, just give the name Neha @yahoo.com and choose the file also. So this time I will choose this file, okay, this file. So hit the button submit, okay, and let me just put Prabhat Pandit. Hit the button, try to put number, give email address also, select the image. So select this image, hit the button submit, okay. So guys, as of now we have got 3 users, okay. First user is Priya Sharma, number is this, email address is this, and below this we got the delete button also. Second user is Neha Kumari, number is this, email is this, and delete button also. And third user is Prabhat Pandit, number is this and email address is this and delete button also, okay. So guys, now we are gonna delete the user one by one and then we will see how our code behave, how our code works, okay. So just press the button delete user, this time cancel, okay. So see guys, username also, user profile also, okay. So hit the button cancel, user is safe. Try to delete the Neha Kumari, hit the button, you delete user. See guys, user profile also here and want to delete the user Neha Kumari, username also, okay. So hit the button cancel, user is safe. So now try to delete the user Prabhat Pandit, click the button delete user. See guys, user profile also, want to delete the user Prabhat Pandit, so cancel. So okay, so now refresh the page, okay. Now refresh the page. See guys, our user is safe because we have not deleted, our user is safe, okay guys. Now this time we will say yes. So hit the button delete user. See, want to delete the user Priya Sharma, I will say yes. See guys, boom guys, user deleted Priya Sharma with the profile name also, okay. See guys, user have been already deleted from the local storage, from the UI also, okay. As you can see here, the user is not at the UI also, it is also deleted from the UI, but still I am able to get the user profile also and user name also, and I am saying user deleted now Priya Sharma, I will say okay. So now refresh the page, let's see if this come back. See guys, see guys, user have been gone for permanently. So now I will delete the Neha, click the button user delete user. So guys, now I will say this time yes. See guys, boom guys, user have been deleted from the UI also and from the local storage also. Again we are able to grab it and we are able to show the user that this user have been deleted. User deleted now, Neha Kumari. So hit the button OK. See guys, we have now only one user into the database. Okay, so now refresh the page first and let's see if all the user comes or not. See guys, boom guys, see, once we have deleted, the user is not able to come back. Okay, because we have deleted the user from the local storage as well. Okay, so guys, this is the last user I am gonna delete. See, want to delete the user Prabhat Pandit. This time I will say yes. See, user deleted now, Prabhat Pandit. Okay, so hit the button OK. Yeah, so guys, we don't have anything now. Just put something, give Prabhat Pandit and give some random number. Yeah, and just give the email address this and just choose the file. So choose this file this time, hit the button submit. Okay, so see guys, we have got one user here. Refresh the page. See guys, after refreshing the page also, user remains here. Okay, so guys, now just hit the button delete user in order to delete this user. Okay, so now I will say this time cancel. See, cancel, user is safe. Okay, so now this time I will say yes. Want to delete the user, want to delete the user Prabhat Pandit, I will say yes. So guys, see, user deleted Prabhat Pandit. Okay, see, boom guys. See guys, as you can see here how dynamic this application is. Okay, so guys, we have achieved this kind of dynamic we have created this kind of dynamic application using HTML, CSS, Vue.js as well as local storage. Okay, so guys, I hope guys you have understood what I have teach you here in this session, in this video. Guys, still you have any doubt, any query regarding this video, understanding this code, understanding my voice, understanding my getting my language, getting guys, if you have any kind of query, any kind of doubt in your mind, whether I am speaking too fast, whether I am my voice is not audible, whether my voice is not clear, please guys, if you have any kind of doubt, any kind of queries, please put into the description box below. I will try to implement your suggestions, your query from the next video itself. Okay, from the next session itself. Okay, so I hope guys you are clear with this code, with this session, and you must have learned something from this video new, from this session. As I promised you guys, you will definitely try to learn something new, something unique from this video. So guys, I hope you have learned something new, something unique from this video, from this session. Guys, if you feel you have learned something from this video, from this session, please guys do subscribe to my YouTube channel Code with ER, and please guys press the bell icon also, so that whenever I will upload a new video in the playlist, you can be notified and you can watch them instantly and you can learn from them also. Okay, and please guys share this video with your friends, with your colleague also, so that they will be also learning, they will be also knowing how to create this kind of dynamic function, this kind of dynamic application using HTML, CSS, Vue.js and local storage as well. Okay, so till then guys, take care, bye bye guys, see you in the next video. This is Prabhat Pandit signing off now.